Hi, can someone over 50 with no social media experience learn to post one video per week for the next 90 days? Well, that's what I aim to find out. Hi, my name is Amy, and welcome to my YouTube channel. To tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a 51-year-old divorcee that currently works as an accounting professional. However, I do have a digital media degree from about 21 years ago that I would like to try and put to use. Also, my goal here at YouTube is to get monetized. In this economic climate, I realized as a single person, I have nothing to fall back on if something were to happen to my full time employment. So I'm really looking to earn some extra money, and I want to see if I can do that on YouTube. I also found that I really enjoyed taking the time to write the scripts, sussing out the ideas, and attempting to film the content, even though sometimes it can take an eternity. So let's take a detailed look on how I plan to achieve my goal. So I've already done hours and hours and hours of research on YouTube. I've watched content creator after content creator promising the easy way to start a YouTube channel or just do it. All these positive affirmations of if you're over 50 or over 40, you should start a YouTube channel now. So that's what I'm doing. So, to structure my workflow for the next 90 days, I've given myself a goal for every 7 days I need to produce and upload one video. So, that means in that 7 days, I need to script the content, I need to practice filming the content, I need to actually film the final edit, and then I need to edit the content, and then I need to upload. Based on what I learned while I was doing research on YouTube and also the things I learned while getting my digital media degree, here's some basic guidelines that I'm going to follow while creating my content. First, I'm going to check my lighting. I'm going to try to keep the glare off my glasses the best that I can. And also, I'm going to try and make sure that my face and body are fully lit. Second, I'm going to pay attention to the sound in the area. Will there be ambient noise interruptions? If so, maybe consider using a microphone. I bought a small wireless microphone that has a noise canceling feature built in, and it's great. Third, try and film in a location where you're not going to be disturbed by pets or children or other people in your home. And fourth, I want to make sure I'm taking the time to frame up the video to make sure that I like what I see in the background. Also, I need to take the time to make sure that I'm actually looking at the camera and not at my face on the screen. So I need to take this time to make sure that I'm engaging with the audience. And just a couple of final things about filming the video. From all the research that I've done, the kind of safe zone of time is about 8 to 12 minutes of edited content. So that's what I'm aiming for. Also, I want to keep editing to a minimum, so I'm doing as many one takes as I can and then actually just deleting the off takes immediately so I don't have to deal with them in the future. I know this takes a lot more time while you're filming, but when you're done, it's going to make it so much easier for me to just put all of my good takes in one timeline and then edit them at that point. And once I'm done filming and have the video ready to go, I do need to make sure I'm taking the time to develop an enticing thumbnail and also make sure that I'm optimizing my title, my descriptions, and my hashtag. Just make sure you do your research on YouTube. There are tons of resources out there to make sure that you get the right information and get those optimized so people will actually see your videos. So now that we've talked about how I'm going to approach actually filming the video and putting it together and putting it out on YouTube, but really what goes into it is the content. So I need to figure out what content are people going to watch. As a person over 50 with a lot of valuable life experience, my goal is to share relevant ideas and topics, things that people want to hear, and things they're going to connect with. Shared experience and struggles, and I need to be real and authentic and relatable. So I've put together a rough draft of the videos that I'd like to put out in the next 90 days, and I'm really hoping my audience will enjoy these. I'm currently on a weight loss journey with a goal to lose 180 pounds, and I'm currently taking a weight loss medication, and I'm having some challenges with that. I'm about 12 weeks into my journey, and I would love to share my successes and my failures. I have loads of accounting and bookkeeping knowledge. I have 30 years in the field, and I would love to share those experiences. And also, what are the best way to get jobs in the field and what people are looking for when they're hiring? And also tips to help you be better at your current job. I also have experience as a single female traveler on cruises and land based vacations. I'm not talking about in a tour environment, I'm talking about on your own. So I have great tips and tricks for people who want to go to safe places and be able to do it on their own. I also have great advice for saving money while you're traveling. I have a lot of relationship experience that I would love to share. I was married for 26 years to someone with a narcissistic personality who also suffered from ADHD with hyperfixation and clutter blindness, which is so opposite of my personality. I've spent a lot of time since my divorce studying these topics and trying to heal from the damage done in that relationship. So I'd love to share my personal experiences with the hopes that maybe this will help someone in the future. And lastly, I have a big home organization project that I would love to film and share. I've cleaned out a lot of my apartment since the pandemic, but I'm down to kind of like the really touchy feely emotional items. And I would love to tackle that on camera and show you that you can do it too. So, if you're interested in following along on my journey, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment below on what you'd be most excited to see. I'll keep you all updated along the way on how I do with my one video per week for 90 days. And wish me luck, and thanks for joining me today. I want to thank you so much if you've made it this far in the video. I realized before I published it that I was actually just short of my 8-minute minimum goal. So I wanted to take this opportunity to shout out some YouTubers who have immensely helped me in this journey. They've inspired me to pick up the camera and give it a try. I'd sincerely like to thank Rob the Maritimer for his words of encouragement and can do attitude. Diane Moore for convincing me that I would gain the confidence to do this. I just had to keep practicing. Janet Silver and Solo for reminding me that I am enough on my own and what I have to say is valuable. Nate Black for all his technical and analytical advice. I love his handwritten graphics. Linnell at Poverty to Paradise, thanks for being an inspiration and showing me the life I want to lead in retirement. And it's always a good time with Tony and the lovely Jenny B at La Lido Loca. Remember, there's always time for a dance break. If you have a chance, check out their channels and show them some love.